Dear friends, welcome back with another machine on the Vulnhub, which is DEIS S1.100. The link will be put into the description section below so that you can download and play the machine. I will take a bit different way to do this machine from others. I will use Python a lot throughout the video. There are some reasons for this. The first reason is that we can code our own program based on our own logic rather than using built-in tools such as Hydra or Medusa. Although Medusa and Hydra can support many options, but there is still case, or there are some still cases we need to have our own exploitation tool. And Python is fantastic, which can make this kind of thing very easy. The second reason is that there are some compatibility issue with Hydra. Although Medusa can work better than Hydra, the Medusa will take a bit long time to crack. Okay, so without further ado, let's just get started. Of course, the format for this machine is ISO, so we need to create the machine or the target machine from ISO image. I've already recorded the steps on how to create guest machine from the ISO image. You can check it out in my channel. So now we can head over to Linux. First of all, we need to discover the IP address of the target. The utility I'd like to use, as always, would be netdiscover. Alright, as you can see over here, the IP address of the target could be recognized as 100. And also we can copy this information and paste into our notebook. So what are we going to do next? We need to do port scanning and surface scanning with a map. To save time of this video, I have already completed it before. So for now, we just get out its result. And as you can see over here, I used options like scene scan, the version scan, the default script scan, followed by the -p- to do the full range port scan. The last option for all is ON to output the result into this file. So from the map scanning results, we can tell that the target has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 open port numbers in total, or maybe 88 port numbers. Oh, sorry, just 7 because this port number is closed. Now we can take a look at them one by one. The first one is 21, this one is again closed. And this 21 port number is open, which is running FTP service, and also the version information. However, I think the FTP is broken, couldn't bind listening IPv4 socket. So there is some problem with the FTP service. So from this point, we can tell we cannot do very much with the FTP service. And the next port number is 22, which is running SSH service, and also very old version of OpenSSH. However, we cannot find very easy to use exploit for this particular version. And the next one is 25, and Nmap cannot establish connection on this port number. And the next one is 80, which is running HTTP service, and also the version information, Apache 2. And the next two are used for mail, POP3 and Nmap. So, what shall we do next? Because of the reasons I mentioned, I think the only target, what we should be targeting now or at this moment, is AT or HTTP surface. So maybe before we proceed, I'd like to note down some information. The FTP port 8021 FTP surface, but broken. And the port 22 SSH surface, and port 25 maybe a map cannot determine its surface information. And also the port 80 running HTTP surface. And also the next two, port 110, the POP3, and the last one is 143, a map. So next, we need to go to immersion stage, immersion. And at this moment, there will be only one target for us, which is HTTP surface. We need to do immersion with this surface, both manually and automatically. Let's fire up the browser to do the manual immersion first. And we can put the IP address of the target into the address bar of the browser, and we can get something. So welcome to this lab. And just information about the machine itself. And also here, there is one hyperlink. We can click or open link in new tab. And, I don't think this site is designed or developed beautifully or properly, okay? So to take a clear look at this site or this page, we can view the source by right-clicking the mouse, and then you can get, a much more clear information or data of this page. And we can notice some username and also the host name, possible host name, and the several usernames. So maybe next we need to create, it's possible to create the dictionary or username dictionary from this page. And I think, of course, we can manually create such word list, but we assume that we will assume in some cases there will be many, maybe hundreds of such username which should be extract. So I think Python would be more reasonable way. Okay. So later, maybe I can use Python to code this program for our purpose. But before we do that, I'd like to continue our immersion. And next, let's go back to the home page. So visit this page. So the copyright, nothing useful here. And also this page, so the level. And the disk is considered level 1. So I don't think we can find anything useful. Also here, tools required, but below it, we cannot see anything. However, if we select all, and then you can get some information, like tools required in order of use, a map. We have already done Firefox, SSH, Hydra, John the Ripper. But just the reason I mentioned Hydra has a problem. After all, this machine was built many years ago. And at that time, maybe the Hydra can work well with this machine. But now, Hydra is not a good option. I'd like to I'd like to pay Python to do the same jobs. Okay, I think this would be better because some guy told me I needed to demonstrate Python as much as possible, or as many as possible, whatever. So now let's go back to the home page. So nothing else. Next, I'd like to check whether the robots file is available on this site. So maybe I can just modify this line. What I'm doing. And to 100. Let's press enter, but not found. Next, we can launch the Nicto to do the automatic immersion. So let's press enter. The banner information, PHP version, and also some header information, but nothing exciting from the Nicto. I do not want to wait anymore. Next, we can launch the GoBuster to do the directory immersion. And we can use W option to specify the word list. As always, I'd like to use GoBuster as word list. And use the X option to specify the extension. Press enter. And we can find, of course, just now we have already found like a copyright, index, homepage, index 2 during the manual immersion stage. How about this one? Info, PHP, and then we can get some PHP information, but nothing very exciting. We cannot directly take advantage of this version to exploit. So also the level. So what shall we do next? Because GoBuster cannot find anything else. So I'd like to interrupt the GoBuster. So let's continue. Now I think it's time to extract the username. Where? Yeah, username from this page. And so how to do? Maybe we can use Python. Of course, you can you can manually create this word list. You can copy and paste in the file, but I'd like to show you how to use Python to automate this process. In the assumption that in some cases there will be thousands or many user names. Okay, so how to do? I'd like to open up the PyCharm, and we can create the file. We can name it as like dictionary generator. Okay, and we can import request the module. And next, I'd like to import the regular expression module because I just want to extract this part. So I think the regular expression module would be helpful for us. And what else? Okay, so now what I can do, we can respond. Results would be requests get, and we can copy the URL from the browser and put over here, and the text. And next, we can build the pattern, and we can copy this line and test our pattern on the website. You know, this website is very helpful for me. If you want to get some resource, you can go to this one. You know, this one can help us test the pattern. Okay, and we can put over here. Oh, sorry, this should be the text. So how to build the pattern? This would be hyphen and space dot. Dot means every kind of a possible character, and then should be the eta, but nothing here. Oh, sorry, not. So what's wrong with my pattern? Okay, so now it's matched. So I think we just copy this pattern and put it to our Python code. And next we can so this would be result 1, result 2. We can use the regular expression module, find all, and the pattern, and then would be the string. So now, and we'll return the list. We want to save this to a file, right? So how to do? We can sorry, not with, for each in that's 2, and we can open like usernames text append mode as f, and then we can do for loop, and then we can f write, and we can use the formatted string and separator, and we can use the each. Now we can print out some message like print the username dictionary was created successfully. Okay, so let's run it. A very simple Python code. We can run Python and the dict generator, and now we can get out the username. As you can see now, the username has been created. Username dictionary. Oh, I need to, sorry, I mistyped this one. So we can, but of course, this doesn't matter in Linux. But, you know, I can change it to text. And, you know, we can use Python to extract the possible username rather than manually copy and paste. You know, that way is not a very good way. All right. However, you know, this with the list is not big enough. And just now, I think you can know the, you know, the username. This would be the full name. And now the username is the first character of the first name is put into its end, right? Like this one, Patrick. So the Patrick followed by the P, and also like a Mary, and the Mary and M. So I think you know what I mean, right? So now I need to make our word list to be bigger. Okay, so how to do? I also like to you know, write the second Python program. We can how do I call it? Dictionary bigger, okay, whatever. And then how to do? We can okay, we can loop over each line of this file. Open usernames readme as, and for line in read lines. Okay, and now, you know, we want to, what I'm going to do is just like this one. Oh, sorry, usernames. I want to put the last character or move this character to the front of this word. Okay, so how to do? Maybe my way is not the best way, but it does work. So how to do? The new word, we can call it like line strip. Maybe I can. So the word is the line strip, and the new word is word. The last character we can use index minus 1, and we can concatenate to word, and the length of word minus 1. And now we need to append this word, or maybe we can put into new file. So with open new text as, and then G write format string. Format string. So new word. Okay, and we can put we can print out some information. New dictionary was created, something like this. Okay, so now we can run it. Python dictionary bigger, and now we can get out the new. As you can see now, a new word list has been created, and we can, we can combine these two dictionary into one. We can append to usernames. Okay. Of course, you can use Hydra. But just mention, if you run the Hydra to crack the password or credentials, crack SSH, you will get error because of compatibility issue. Oh, let me show you what I mean. Hydra, for example, Hydra with the uppercase L usernames, and we can use the same username would be the password dictionary at the same time, and SSH. Okay, let's press enter, and then you can get the error. I think there's some, algorithm problem with between our Linux and the target machine, and I've already made research to solve this kind of issue, but failed. So how to do? Also, alternatively, we can use Medusa. Medusa can work, but the Medusa, will go through all possible compilation of this word list. This will take a bit long time. So I'd like to take another way. I like to use the Python and also third-party module of Paramiko to, to get the credentials for the target. So let me show you what I mean. We can create the new program like, how do I call it? SSH crack. Okay. And the first module I'd like to import is Paramiko. Okay. And the next I'd like to import sys module. And I think that's all. So now how to do? We can define the function SSH connect and username. This function will take two parameters, username, password. And first of all, we need to create object or instance for the Paramiko class or the module. So we can SSH client and Paramiko SSH client, And also we need to set this option, set missing host key, and Paramiko auto add policy. So just automatically add the public key of the target into local machine. Okay, and now we can use the try and except to capture the exception. Pass and except Paramiko authentication exception error. Oh, sorry. Paramiko authentication exception. We do not need to do anything. We just pass, and finally, we just close this SSH session. Close, and now let's go back to the try block. So we just use the client connect, and the host name is target, and followed by the username, and we can use username. So the argument would be the parameter of username, and password, and then we can print out a message, print compilation for username and password is found. Okay, maybe we can use formatted string, and we can use, so the username, password. Okay, so we have already defined SSH underline connect function, and this function takes two parameters or arguments, username and password. So now let's define the main block or main piece of our program. So we can open the file username with read-only mode as F, and we can read each line from this file, or do some loop line in read lines. And so now we can pass the line to the function what we have already defined earlier. So SSH connect, and the username is line strip. We assume that the password is the same as username. Okay, so the line strip. Yeah, we need to strip space in the end. Okay, so I think that's all we need to code. And now we need to test our program to see whether it works or not. So the Python and the SSH crack, because the word list is not big, so I don't think it will take a bit long time to finish. Oh, sorry, maybe we can print out some message during the cracking. So we can print out some message, print formatted string, try to log in with, and we can print out the username. Okay, so the line strip, and also line strip. Okay, so we can get the progress as the program is being executed. Okay, so let's run it. So I think there is one problem with this machine. it will take a long time to get a response from the target. And this will affect our next Python code. So as you can see, so far I've already utilized the Python to extract username, and now I use Paramiko, the third-party module of Python, to crack SSH. So, I promised before, I will use Python as many as possible. Okay? I hope you can enjoy my tutorials or my walkthrough or any other uploaded video which has a direct relationship with cybersecurity. Also, if you want, we can, when found, when the program find the correct compilation, we can exit the program. So, if we can use programming language, they can serve our purpose, and whatever logic can be implemented by ourselves, right? Combination for username and password is found. So we can copy and put onto our notebook. So now we can SSH to the target with this set of credentials. So we can SSH be banter, right? Be banter. And the IP address of the target. You will get an error. So, we need to solve this issue, we need to put the option. And after all, this machine is very old. So to solve this one, we can copy this option here. And another error, don't worry. We can copy another option. Maybe I can put both links into the description section below. So if you have a problem, you can these options. Put the second option. Now it's working. Now we can supply the password be banter. Okay, now we are in the target machine. Now next we need to do some local immersion. Nothing here, screen, and we can go to the home directory and go to the Adams, but nothing here. Go to coffee, nothing here. Go to FTP, permission denied. All right, next I think we can upload. Of course, the kernel will be very old, but I'm not going to take the kernel level exploit to elevate privilege. All right, so next I'd like to upload the NumPy shell script to the automatic immersion. And we can, of course, the script is there already. Now we can simply set up a web server by Python on the Linux, and then we can go back to the Tux shell. We can use wget to upload nimpiers, and we can make it executable, and then we can run it. It's done. You know, if you walk through the outputs by nimpier shell script, you can see we cannot get anything exciting or any vector apart from kernel level exploit, which is not I'm going to do. Okay, so how to do next? You know, next I'd like to crack the password for the first user, the Adams, and for the same reason, of course you can use the Hydra to try, but you will get an error. The error, you know, this error has something to do with the compatibility between the client or our Linux and the server or the target machine. So how to do? And I'd like to use Python again to crack the password. Okay, so now we can open up PyCharm again to code our third program in this video. I like Python very much, so now we can crack password. And because next I'd like to use a very big word list, rocky word list. So I think it will be wiser to use threading, but the threading cannot work well. You will get error because the threading without too much control will send too many requests to the target, and the SH surface will be having some problem, and then you can get some sort of error. So I'd like to use the threading pool, and the threading pool allow us to configure or define maximum workers or maximum threads. You know, this would be better for us. And also, you know, we need to introduce sleep or delay between, threads in one loop. Okay, let me show you what I mean in action. Okay. The first module I'd like to import is, of course, would be the Paramiko. And the next module I'd like to use is future concurrent. Future concurrent. From concurrent future import threading pool executor. And the next module I'd like to import is sys module. And I'd like to import the time module. Sorry about this, time module. And also I will use the OOP, object-oriented programming method to do this code. Okay, so the class SSH cracker, and the first method would be init, and we can define like the host. This would be our target, and the username. So far we have to know that, or now it's certain. Username, which one? I want to crack this one. Adams, we can copy. Oh, sorry, I close up the PyCharm. What I'm doing? What I was doing? Okay, so we can paste in here now, and we can define the connect method, self username or not password, and now we can maybe I can SSH client would be Paramiko. SSH client. This would be SSH client would be class. So we can create the object for this class, and as the same as before, we need to set a missing host key policy. Paramiko auto add policy, and then we can try and accept the Paramiko authentication exception. Okay, pass. We do not need to do anything. Now finally, SSH client close. Okay. So now if no error, oh sorry, we need to connect to the target, and the host name would be the attribute of this object, username, self, username, and password argument is set to password we passed in. Okay, pass in. And now we can print out something like a password. We can use formatted string. So the password has been retrieved. Okay. Password. And now we can exit the program. Next, I'd like to define the major method of this class, run. Okay, and we can define the instance or object for the threading pool executor class threading, and we can define the max workers, for example, to 3 to speed up the process of clocking. And now we need to, because log queue is very big with the list. If you use the the read lines method to reach the lines from the file, you will get error. So for me, I will use the while loop. So while true, and we can use the try read. So it's not this one, while. So what I'm doing, we can use with open user share with list log queue with read only mode as F, and then while true, line F read line, just retrieve one line at one time. Okay, and if there is anything wrong when try to retrieve a line from the file, we just pass. Will not do anything. And the next, we can submit the function or the method as self SSH connect, not at this moment this method will not execute, so we just pass the method name. Okay, and we need to pass the line strip. Okay, and I think we need to introduce a delay, otherwise the target, if you run the program, you get some sort of error, very weird error. So it will be wiser to introduce the delay between each loop or each iteration, for example, like 1.5 seconds. Okay, so now if the name is main, and the following code will be execute. So SSH cracker and crack run. Okay, so maybe not a cracker. Sounds nicer, right? So I think that's it. Also, we can print out something like print. We can use formatted string again. Try to use passwords. Try to log in with password. Okay. Password. This would be. We can not here. We need to move from this place to here. The line strip. Okay. Of course, if the iteration arrives at the last line, and then we can do the condition line if line is equal to 0, and then we can break. Okay. So now we can test the program, and we can run Python, of course, the source, and then we can run Python. Which one? Crack password. Empty. Oh, there is one error where to try to log in with password. So, we need to get rid of this line. Okay, so now we can run it again. We got error. Self password. So what's this error means? Password. A bit weird error. So the line, read the line. Accept pass. Got a tuple. So this one should not be tuple. Let's run it again. Now there is no problem with this program. Of course, because the password is located in the very late part of this dictionary, this will take a very long time to crack. I do not want to waste your time, so I just give you the answer or the correct password here. Yeah, this one. So now I assume that we have already retrieved the password by this Python program. So I think you know what I mean, right? So we can use Python to our advantage. Okay. So now we can SSH to the target again. We can, sorry, the username would be, this one. or we just switch to this user. And so the password, copy, paste in here. It does work. So now we can run this like a sudo. And we can use a cat. For example, we can use the cat to retrieve the shadow file. And then we can get the encrypted password. We can copy. And we can echo. And then we can use John the Ripper to crack it. Because I've already done that before, so now we can use the option of show to display cached or cracked password. So the password would be this one. So we can copy, and then we can make privilege escalation to root user. Okay, now we are successful. We have already been super user or root. So that's pretty much it I'd like to do in this video. See you in the next one. Bye. Have a nice day, please.